Hello everybody, PokeKid here, and today I'm going to be talking about two rogues. The first one is Turbotina, which was a deck a while ago, but never really rose up to be one of the top decks, but now I feel is a pretty good choice. So you've got Giratina and Reshiram. Giratina we've talked about before. It has Chaos Wheel. But the whole point is that you have Reshiram with Turbo Blaze. Once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may attach a fire energy from your hand to one of your dragon Pokemon. So we run 8 fire and 4 double dragon. So you can Turbo Blaze and put fire energy onto Giratina, and the whole point of this is to get Giratina running turn 1. So you run 4 double dragon, 8 fire. You run Hydreigon, which has Dragon Road. If there's a stadium card in play, the retreat cost of each of your dragon Pokemon in play is 2 colorless less, which is really helpful because then your Giratina's retreat cost is only 1. But you run 2 Hydreigon, and these abilities stack, so you can have like all your dragon Pokemon's retreat cost be 0, which is crazy. And now, the newest addition to this deck, which is a card from Generations, Flareon EX. Now, it has Flash Fire. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may move a fire energy from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. So you can get your fire energy off of Giratina. And you might be asking, why would you ever want to do that? Because if you're playing against a Giratina deck, you can't attach Double Dragon, which makes Giratina pretty useless. And this Flareon EX only takes 3 colorless, so it's a colorless attacker that doesn't take Double Dragon, which is awesome. It's pretty much Keldeo EX's Secret Sword, but with fire energy. Blaze Ball, that's the name. So you run 1 Hoopa, you run 3 Max Elixir, which you can use to get fire energy onto your Pokemon. Nothing else that's too crazy. You run 2 Fighting Fury Belt because getting your Pokemon to have like 210 health is crazy. Oh, also, Hydreigon has the attack Shred, 80 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, so that makes it, let me see. Oh yeah, Jolteon. This can hit 3 Jolteon, which is awesome. I think we're gonna move on to the next one, which is much more crazy. So, I've been testing with Greninja quite a bit, and I've noticed that its main problem is getting set up. So you just need something to buy it time. So you could use Froakie's Bubble, flip a coin if your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed with like Trick Coin. But I thought, why not run Seismitoad? So this is Seismitoad Greninja. It's like Seismitoad Bats, but your Crobat line is now Greninja. So you have all of the Greninjas, and you run the Water Shuriken instead of Shadow Stitching. And so pretty much the way you run Manaphy, pretty much this way this works is you have Seismitoad, and you Quaking Punch on the first couple of turns, just to lock your opponent and make it so they can't use item cards and just slow them down while you are evolving up into Greninja Break. And then you'll have water energy on the Seismitoad, because if you look at our energy line, we don't run any DCE. You might think that's crazy, right? Well, we run Max Elixir. So you run 10 waters. So yeah, you have Manaphy, which Aqua Tube makes all your Pokemon with water energy attached have no retreat. So you just retreat into Greninja Break, and you can start Mist Slashing for 50, plus like a Muscle Band is 70, which is, plus the Water Shuriken is 100. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, we run 3 Dive Ball, which is search your deck for a water Pokemon, reveal input into your hands. We also run 3 Ultra Ball. You might be wondering why we run both. or even why we run Ultra Ball at all, it's because with Ultra Ball you can grab Shaman, with Dive Ball you can't. So we run 3 Rare Candy. So because we only run 1 Frogadier, because what you want to do is evolve straight from Froakie straight into Greninja. Yeah, we run 3 Trainer's Mail just to kind of get through your deck. 4 VS Seeker. This is really key because we're only running 4 Sycamore and 1 Judge, and you can get back those awesome supporter cards like Fisherman and Wally. So Fisherman. Now, pretty much no deck uses this except for Greninja. Put 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So, let's say you're halfway through the game and you don't have enough energy because so many are in the discard. You just plop down a Fisherman. Now you have 4 water in your hand, so you can use like Giant Water Shuriken and Water Shuriken and just steamroll your opponent. And if you have a Greninja Break active and a normal Greninja on the bench, and you use 3 water in your hand, you can snipe a Shaman in 1 turn because you use Giant Water Shuriken and then Water Shuriken from both of the Greninjas. So the math pretty much works out perfectly. You can also snipe like Manphy and all like Pokemon that have 120 health or lower. So you run 3 Muscle Band. You could run Fighting Fury Belt, but I decided against it. So that's kind of this deck. It's really interesting. There are probably better things than Seismitoad, but I had just thought of Seismitoad and I've been testing it and it's working pretty well. So now we're gonna play a couple of games with Turbotina and a couple with Size Greninja. So let's go straight into it. So right now we're playing with Turbotina, and I have the advantage. I am playing against Dark Rorona. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's kind of crazy. So I lost the coin flip. He is deciding who goes first. The new update for TCG Online has this crazy new shuffling animation. That's really cool. Here, I'll show. Next time it happens, I'll show you. So my opponent Mulligan. Look, watch this. It's really cool. So I've started with some Giratina. Oh, awesome! I got a Hydreigon. Now I really wish I had a Stadium, because then they would have lower retreat. So I'm playing against Entei. So I'm gonna attach a Fighting Fury Belt to Giratina. I'm gonna play Trainer's Mail. And now, do I want a Pokemon Center Lady or Lysandre? I don't actually think I want any of them. So now I'm going to play down Hoopa and use Scoundrel Ring. Now I'm going to grab a Shaman. I don't need the Giratina because I already have 2. And usually you don't want to put down too many, or your opponent can just stall with them, kind of. So I'll play down Shaman and set up for 3. Now I don't really have that much amazing stuff in my hand, so I think I'm just gonna Sycamore. I could attach the fire to Giratina, but I really want that Double Dragon on. So I did get a Reshiram. The annoying thing about Reshiram's Turbo Blaze is that it's only when it's active. So, I just made a mistake. I should have Super Scooped this up. And if it succeeded, then I would have brought up Reshiram, Turbo Blaze to Giratina, and then attached to Double Dragon, but, well, mistakes were made. So now I will play Trainer's Mail, and I will grab, I got an Escape Rope, so I'll grab an Escape Rope. So now I can play down Escape Rope, and retreat into Reshiram, and I can use Turbo Blaze to put the fire onto Giratina. So my first attacker is going to be Giratina, pretty obviously. Now I'm not going to need to use Flareon this game. So yeah. I might want to end up actually using Hydreigon's Shred, because then I can just go through Flame Screen if he's using Flame Screen, which is what most Entei decks do. And then I'm two-shotting him no matter what, which is really good. What is this? Muscle Band. Okay. Battle Compressor. What's he gonna get? Probably some Fire Energies, because he runs Blacksmith. He already has 2 Fire Energies in there. Let me just... yeah. 3 Fire now. So, I guess he discarded a battle... no, he discarded 1 Fire. So he played down Entei, and now he Via Seekered for that Blacksmith that I was talking about. And he's going to play Blacksmith, get 2 of those Fires onto his Entei, and now he's either going to use Flame Screen or Heat Tackle. Heat Tackle would knock out my Reshiram, but Flame Screen wouldn't. Flame Screen would do 30, but all my attacks are reduced by 30 on the next turn. But he decided to use Heat Tackle, and he flipped heads. If he were to flip tails, he would do 30 damage to himself. So now I'm going to bring up my Giratina. And, I got a Double Dragon. I could attach the Double Dragon to Hydreigon and start powering him up. Or I could try to dig for the fire. I think I'm going to play Super Scoop Up and try to scoop up Shaman. Well, but I failed. I think I'm going to want to go for the fire. So I got fire, and I have a Double Dragon for next turn. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the right play. I'll play down another Reshiram, and I'll just use Chaos Wheel for 110 damage. If he were to have flipped tails on Heat Tackle, that would have been really big for me, because then I would have knocked him out with Chaos Wheel. Luckily for him, he flipped heads. So he played, what was that? Ultra Ball, discarding 2 Fires to grab an Entei. Let me just switch that so I can actually tell what he did. So now he used Heat Tackle to do 150 damage. And he knocked himself out because he flipped tails. So that was pretty helpful for me. So now he brings up that Entei. That nasty... oh, he conceded. So my opponent conceded. You can really see how fast moving and how fast-paced Turbotina is. And how fast... well, Turbotina is really fast. How fast you can get everything set up. So now let us try a game with Size Greninja. So I am playing the Size Greninja deck. Where am I? I'm gone. What the? That's weird. I'm playing against Diego Fear. Where am I? I'm gone. No. So Diego Fear is calling the coin flip. Oh, there I am. I'm back. Yay. So I lost. And so my Diego Fear is going first. And I'm going, I could either start with Manaphy or Seismitoad. I think I'm going to want to start with Seismitoad. Manaphy you usually don't want to have active because Manaphy only has, 120 health. So my opponent is playing a Mega Mewtwo Y deck. So with Zoroark. So this is going to be fairly interesting because I'm not going to attach many energy to my Greninjas. So I'm going to draw my Mulligan card, which makes it so Mega Mewtwo Y doesn't do that much damage. So he attaches a Mewtwo Spirit Link to the Mewtwo EX. And Sycamores, discarding Zoroark and Mega Turbo and other stuff. So then plays down Zora. Wait for all this imaging to load. So this Mewtwo has Shatter Shot and Damage Change. So I guess my opponent's playing some sort of Zoroark, maybe Yveltal, Mega Mewtwo deck. And then my opponent plays Sycamore. The reason my opponent played Via Seeker for a Sycamore is because I item lock next turn. So that's a smart play by my opponent. So now I'm just gonna attach a water energy to Seismitoad and dive ball for a Froakie. And then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna Trainer's Mail. Well, I am gonna Trainer's Mail to grab, let's see, a Muscle Bands, which I can attach to the Froakie. I'm gonna attach the Muscle Band, and then I'm just gonna Wally to make that Froakie right there become a Frogadier. That's one of the reasons why I run that one. Oh wait, no. That's one of the reasons why I run that one Frogadier is because you can Wally straight into Frogadier. So my opponent evolved into Mega Mewtwo. And why isn't the imaging loading? So strange. So then attaches a DCE. So my opponent is doing 1, 2, 3, 4 for 130 damage. And there's another Mega Mewtwo getting plopped down right back there. And then Sycamoring away a Hex Maniac. Now, this isn't going to go very well because Mega Mewtwo is doing quite a bit of damage to me. So my opponent uses... So wait, now that 130 becomes 150. One more energy, and then my Seismitoad's a goner. So he Ultra Balls away Shrine of Memories and Trainer's Mail. The reason why my opponent runs Shrine of Memories is because then he can use Damage Change. So look, it's that imageless Zoroark. So there's a Shaman set up for 4. And then my opponent will do something. Because it's completely my opponent's choice about what to do. So he's going to play Ultra Ball again. Discarding, what is that? Another Azora and a Lysandre. Oh, did I forget to mention another imageless Zora? So, yeah. Then he's going to Shaman set up for 3. This is quite a long turn. He's probably digging for that last Mega Turbo. Does he have Dark Energy in here? No. So, Mega Turbo is not going to work. He's probably going to try to get a Basic Energy card into the discard, and then Mega Turbo to Mega Mewtwo, and then Psychic Infinity to knock out my Seismitoad. Or not. So my opponent's just using Psychic Infinity for 160, not 150. I guess I did my math wrong. So I'll just attach a Water to Seismitoad, and I guess just via Seeker for a Wally, and Wally to get that Greninja down. So now I'm just going to use Quaking Punch. Yeah, that's one real big problem with this deck is that it has a pretty big supporter drought. But it's a really tight list. So it's kind of hard to add stuff. Oh, my opponent's playing Zoroark Break. Oh, whoa, oh gosh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, that's a bit of an issue. Oh, there you go. So, Zoroark Break has Foul Play. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. So you can use, like, I guess, what? Miss Slash? Quaking Punch? I don't know. Wait. Opponent's active Pokemon. Yeah, I guess just, like, Miss Slash or something. That's pretty interesting. So I'm just going to bring up Greninja. And if my opponent starts one-shotting me a lot, I'm probably going to lose this. So this deck needs quite... Oh my gosh, 3 Froakie. Electronic Shuffling, you are horrible. Just horrible. So I'm going to Ultra Ball. Just bad. You're just bad. And I'm going to grab a Shaman. I could grab Greninja Break, but the thing is, I need, like, energy to use Greninja Break's attack or not attack, ability. So now I'm just gonna play Max Elixir, get a Water onto the Froakie, and just I get, well, let's see, 160. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 4. Yeah, my opponent's knocking Greninja out. Anyways, so I think I'm just gonna use Miss Slash. Yeah, this isn't great. That's one real problem with this deck. That it's pretty inconsistent, as I mentioned before. You kind of just can't get stuff rolling or get draw supporters. If you could solve that problem, then you probably wouldn't even need the Seismitoad. Greninja would just be amazing on its own. You could try running the Shadow Stitching Greninja instead of Water Shuriken, but I personally really like Water Shuriken because you can, what's it called? Oh yeah, you can like one snipe Shamans in one turn. Although you could with Manaphy and retreating between two Greninja breaks. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna, yeah. I'm gonna play Super Odd because I'm gonna discard it anyways. And wow, I have a lot of Froakies in here. So I guess I'm just gonna get back a Greninja, or no, a Frogadier, a Froakie, and a Greninja. I could have got back a, what's it called? Oh yeah, Water Energy. But the thing is, I run Fisherman, so I want some Water Energies in the discard. So now I guess I'm just gonna, no, I'm gonna use Ultra Ball to discard those. And grab a, Seismitoad, I guess? Yeah, Seismitoad. So this really is pretty going downhill. Mega Mewtwo is a really strong attacker. It just hits so hard. So, but I do have the, Greninja, which is good. Something good. So I'm just gonna rare candy into the Greninja. Now I don't want this Greninja getting knocked out, so I think I'm gonna retreat into, let's see, he's knocking out anyone I bring up most likely, so I guess I'm just gonna bring up Seismitoad, because there's a chance my opponent won't knock it out. So now I'm just gonna use Water Shuriken and discard that water, and I'm gonna try to start sniping that Shaman right there. So, now I'm just gonna pass. So, yeah. So, Mega Mewtwo's attack is really strong. Psychic Infinity just does so much damage. My opponent has to Psychic Energy, which makes it so my opponent is doing, let's see, 160, 170, 190 damage and is knocking out my Seismitoad. Which isn't great. It's fairly interesting. So wait, oh, my opponent did 160. So my opponent isn't knocking out Seismitoad. That is big. So I got that Fisherman. So let's see how many energy I have in the discard. 5. So yeah, I'll just play Fisherman. Get back 1, 2, 3, 4 energy. And put them into my hands. Now I have 6 energy in my hands. So I think I can discard a couple of those. Do you think so? Yeah. And then I'm just gonna grab a Greninja Break. And then Evolve. Boom. Let's see. I'm just adding up some math. So 60, 90, 90. I'm just seeing if I can knock him out this turn. 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. 140. Yeah, I can knock him out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to attach a Water Seismitoad so he gets free retreat because of Aqua Tube. And now I'm going to use, whoa, okay, Giant Water Shuriken, discard that, put it on him, does 60, 80, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, 230. So how much health does he have? 210. So now I can use that other, just Water Shuriken, discard that, and do it to that Shaman. So then I'm still knocking him out with Mist Slash. So, took a while. My opponent took 3 prizes, but I finally knocked out that Mega Mewtwo. So this deck can come back. So my opponent brings up their Mega Mewtwo. They're probably not going to use their Zoroark Break. So the Mega Mewtwo, they attach a Psychic. And Greninja Break has 170 health, which is like the health of a normal EX. But it is like a stage 3, technically. Or not technically, but kind of. It's a 3rd stage. So my opponent uses Psychic Infinity and does 160 damage, not knocking me out. So, right now I'm about to show you how quick this game can turn around. Just watch this. So I'll discard that, do this to him. And, well, what do you know? I've taken more prizes than him. So this deck can really just speed up and come back. So I'll just attach a water to Froakie. And I guess use Max Elixir. And I'll get nothing. There's really nothing else, I guess. Well, I don't want a Water Shuriken. So, or, oh, I know what I want to do. So, I want to keep this Greninja Break alive, because I can have my opponent knock out other things, so then I can snipe that Shaman for the game. So now I'm going to use Water Shuriken, and so my goal is to snipe that Shaman to win the game. So now I'm going to use, well, I don't want my opponent, I'm going to use Fisherman just in case my opponent plays like Judge or something, and get back all 4 of those energies. So Fisherman is really strong in this deck. So next turn I have the game if my opponent knocks out, or no, I have the game no matter what next turn, unless my opponent plays Judge. If my opponent doesn't play Judge, then I have the game. Because my opponent has 3 prizes left. If he had 2, then I probably would have just brought up Froakie. And then my opponent would knock out Froakie. Unless I flipped heads on Bubble. That would have been interesting. But I'm just going to let him take the prizes from Shaman. Because in case my opponent plays like Hex Maniac or something, I can have like a backup thingamajig. Oh, my opponent, what does he do? He's gonna, okay, so my opponent, he's gonna attach a DCE to Shaman and play Sky Return. That is a very good play by my opponent. So my opponent's just gonna pick up that Shaman, all the damage, pick up the sniping target, and now my plan has gone down the drain. So yeah, this deck can be like blocked against by like picking up the targets that can be sniped easily, like Shaman or Manaphy, or any small little guys. So my opponent uses Sky Return and is about to bring up that Mega Mewtwo. So yeah, now that plan has gone down the drain. You might run a Target Whistle. Yeah, Target Whistle would be a really good play in this deck. I'm probably going to add that to this deck. Because Target Whistle. Target Whistle. Yeah, Target Whistle would be so perfect. Now that I think about it. So I'm just going to use Water Shuriken, do 30 to that Mega Mewtwo. I'm going to just attach a water to the Shaman and retreat because I really don't want him to knock out that Shaman now. So I'm just going to bubble. And I flipped heads! My opponent, the Mega Mewtwo, is paralyzed. So that buyed me a turn where I can start to build up a bunch of damage on the Mega Mewtwo. Except my opponent could play Pokemon Center Lady, which would be fairly annoying. because it gets rid of all special edition conditions, not additions, all special conditions, and also heals 60 damage. So my opponent has a ton of energy, so my opponent is pretty much knocking out that way. Okay, so my opponent is actually knocking out Froakie. I forgot about that Zoroark because it has no, look at that, no, there's nothing there. It's just blackness. So, my opponent VS Seekers for a Lysandre. And now my opponent almost has the game. So, yeah. My opponent pretty much has the game now. And I don't think there's anything I can do. But I got really close to winning, and I'm very happy with how this turned out. We came really close, and it was just really good. So I'm just gonna bubble, because it's kind of the only thing I can do. And wow, I flipped heads. Yeah, that blackness, there's nothing there. So yeah, my opponent just stand in, retreat, and my opponent is gonna 3 DCE. Seriously? Are you just gonna rub it in my face? Wow. Okay. And it's probably gonna Lysandre up that Seismitoad. Or Shaman. Or could have done that Seismitoad. Then he would have a ton of damage. How much damage is he doing? 250 damage. Like I said, Mega Mewtwo, so much damage. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.